I'm on YouTube, bitches. Is this camera rolling? Anyway, I'm Travis, aka TBone. I had to medically retire from the Air Force after 22 years of service, and have been trying to find something to do with this ever since. So I realized I have a face made for radio. I'm good with that. I'm still going to give it a whirl. My wife said not to embarrass her since she wears combat boots and has incredible retard strength. I'm not going to try to have her stab me in my sleep, so I'm going to try to represent. Anyway, with that, each week we're going to have 3 segments to the show. And what that's going to entail is first, sports talk. That's my absolute favorite. I'm not good enough to work for ESPN. I'm just the average guy like anyone else that loves sports. I like to give my opinion, and that's what I'm going to do here. And then after that, we're going to a product review or just general geek stuff. So like today, for instance, when we get to that segment, we're going to unveil a Loot Crate box and see if it's actually worth the money. Just kind of a consumer-friendly thing. I'll rate video games throughout the year, that kind of thing, just to help the consumer and see what they're going to do as far as where they want their money to go and whether it's worth it or not. I was a broke airman back in the day, and I remember buying video games that seemed like it was half my paycheck, and it was the worst game ever, and that's a terrible feeling. So hopefully I can circumvent some of that and help you guys out and gals. After that, the last thing that's going to be is just questions from subscribers. So any of you guys that subscribe to my YouTube channel, send me questions at the end of this segment. I'll give you my email, my Twitter. Just hit me up. Give me suggestions on what you'd like to see because I want it to be interactive. I want to be able to change and morph it to what my subscribers like. And that's very important to me, and I want to make sure that I take care of you guys as well. But before I get started on my very first episode, I want you to take a look at my shirt. Boom. And it's kind of inverted, right, because of the video, NYPD Police. Anyway, I have a brother-in-law that's a captain in NYPD, and Luigi, shout out to you, and a great friend named Danny, that's a SWAT member police officer that's near the Chicago area. Anyway, I just say this. It's not a Black Lives Matter. It's not that Black lives don't matter. It's just that all lives matter, period. Someone I consider my brother and my first mentor in the Air Force is black. And I mean blacker than black. You order a mocha and they ask you what you want in it, and you're straight out saying, more mocha. That's how black this dude is. But when I see him, I don't look at him as a black man. I look at him as my brother. And I feel like he does the same thing towards me, and we need to just get rid of the racism. I don't like it. I don't like hate. When I see Harry, my friend, I don't look at it. I don't look at race. I look at him as truly a brother. So lives matter should be the movement that America stands behind. And so enough of the serious shit. We're going to go into the sports segment. Again, as I evolve, as I get editing software, things will get better. You won't hear me stutter as much. First video, I'm a little nervous, so bear with me. All right. First, let me share with you what I'm about. My favorite teams. I'm about loyalty. I'm a Bengals fan. I'm a Reds fan. I'm glutton for punishment. So yeah, I'm used to getting kicked in the teeth. It's all right. I know there's Browns fans out there that have it just a little worse. All right. That being said, I also like Seattle side of things. I'm a big fan of Seattle sports. Sounders, Seahawks, Mariners. Ken Griffey Jr. was that connection that brought the love from Cincinnati to Seattle and back and forth. So anyway, that being said, those are my squads. And when I give my opinion about sports, I try not to do it from the heart. I try to do it from the mind. Sometimes that doesn't always work, but bear with me. What we'll do is we'll start with UFC 191 this weekend. Just so you know, UFC and soccer are my 2 favorite sports, so I will usually start out with those. It's the headliners Johnson versus Dotson 2. I'm going to be honest. I feel like it's a little bit like watching midget wrestling with these 2 guys. They're awesome. They're explosive, but they're small little dudes that I just can't get into it. It's the one pay-per-view I don't think I'm going to buy. And if I do buy it, it's because of the Mir versus Arlovsky fight. I'm a little bit of an older UFC fan, and both of those guys are totally old school. I really feel like the loser of that fight should retire, just because where else are they going to go? I realize the heavyweight division is light, and they need more fighters in that division, but the winner should definitely take that next step. But the loser at this point, what is there to prove? You know, you guys are a couple of old stallions. You've done your thing, in my opinion, both Hall of Famers. So anyway, that's the fight I'd like to look out for. And now what I'll do is I'll transition on to soccer. Because the season is early and this is my first video, I'm just going to give you my predictions based on the transfer window closing. who I think will win the leagues that I follow. I play Tops Kick, so the three main leagues are the British Premier League, the Bundesliga, which is the German league, and then MLS. So I'll start with the BPL, and this is going to pain me. I'm a Manchester United fan, big time, big time. Love him, love Rooney, love Sir Alex Ferguson, love all the legends, just love the atmosphere, Old Trafford, love it. However, my initial prediction was that Arsenal was going to maybe take the league this year. I don't know why. They have too much talent to be acting like the ass clowns they are. But no, they're not going to win it. Who's going to win the British Premier League this year? Very easy. With their transfers, with the talent they already have, is Manchester City. And that hurts. It stings. But they have one of the two most underrated players in the British Premier League. The two players that get no love, that are really good players. I'd love to have either one of them at Man U, is David Silva and Oscar. Oscar plays for Chelsea. I love both of those players, and I think they're just absolutely outstanding. And sorry. But anyway, so Man City, you're going to take the title this year. There's no doubt in my mind. How you guys do in the Champions League, I don't know. That's beyond me. I don't understand why the BPL hasn't been doing as well in the Champions League as they should. I think one of the reasons is after watching a La Liga game this last weekend, I think La Liga is able to rest their stars during the season because there's the haves and have-nots. So Barca and those other teams, they just get to pretty much rest during the season and put all their emphasis in the Champions League. And it's not like that in the British Premier League, because the British Premier League, the cherries got called up and they're destroying people. So it's fun to watch. And it's kind of a give and take for the BPL as far as the Champions League. But anyway, Bundesliga. Hate to say it again. I like Wolfsburg. Dortmund looks really good. But Bayern, Vidal and Costa, they signed some really good players, explosive players to go along with Iron Robin, who any year could be player of the year. So go with Bayern Munich on that. I think that's a pretty easy call. And then in the MLS, this is going to pay me as well. I'm a Sounders fan. Really thought the championship would be this year. Injuries and chemistry. I know we made some signings. It's still going to be difficult. The team to beat, I hate to say it again, it's the LA Galaxy. They have way too much talent. Keane is on fire. DeSantos is a great addition, explosive, and they just have too much talent. And I really feel like they're going to win that. So, I'd like to transfer to the NFL. Preseason Super Bowl prediction. Here it is. All right. It's not going to be the Bengals. I'll tell you that. They're consistently average, which is awesome. They used to consistently suck, so I guess I can't complain. But with that said, I'm going to go ahead and predict the Green Bay Packers to win the Super Bowl this year. They already got their main injury out of the year. Every year a team gets hit with an injury. They got theirs done right away. Jordy Nelson, gone. Aaron Rodgers is the heart and soul of that team. Also, they have an amazing running game. As long as Lacey stays healthy, they're going to win. And then I'll give you one fantasy stud this year that's kind of flying under the radar, Alfred Morris. I really feel like, there's a lot of drama in D.C. right now, but Alfred Morris is consistent. And all the other running backs, for whatever reason, they make me nervous this year. Alfred Morris should be a stud for you. If you can get him, second, third round, it's a steal. He's going to carry you some. So, yeah, Alfred Morris. We'll transition to the NBA. It's not time for the NBA yet. I will say this, though. Seth Curry is like the Red Ryder BB gun. He'll shoot your eye out. I don't see that changing again this year. So, we'll get more into that as preseason hits, and we'll leave that alone. Major League Baseball. My next broadcast, I'll go ahead and talk more about the playoffs and all that. I'm a Reds fan, so my season was over a long time ago. And Cueto, I wish you luck. You're not doing great right now, but you're a hell of a pitcher. We definitely miss you. Your mentality and your leadership. So anyway, so that's that. That's sports. What we're going to do now is we're going to open the loot crate. See if it's worth the money. I don't know if it is. I'm opening it live. Safety first, right? Look at that knife. As you can see, there's a seal on it somewhere right there. and I'm going to cut into it. So this is the first time I've looked at it. Popping it open in front of you guys, and then you tell me if it's worth it. As you can see, there's kind of, look at that, some kind of artwork. I don't know if that's the Joker, what's going on there. Looks kind of cool though. And anything that says Marvel, you know I'm already excited. So we'll pull this out first. I don't even know what the heck this is. Let's look at this. Okay, I don't know what it is. Maybe you guys could tell me. Los Polos Hermandos? I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, at least I get to grill with something now. So that's kind of cool. You know, some, I don't know, chef lingerie. The Joker painted wooden figure. Boom. I don't know. That looks kind of cool. Choking hazard, so small parts, so you don't want to give it to your 3-year-old. I don't know. It looks kind of neat. I will be doing a lot out of my office, a lot of the filming out of my office, and you're going to see I have a lot of collectible type stuff. So I don't know. It's kind of neat. Boom. Joker. I don't know if these two things are worth $20 yet, but we'll see. Oh, there's some other little, let's see, there's a pin, old school pin, Loot Crate, Villains 2, August 2015. I don't know if you guys can see that. I don't know, a little pin. There's a little poster, I guess, or a catalog. So a little catalog. Oh, there it is. Oh, I think I know what that was from now. Wasn't that Breaking Bad or whatever? Didn't they grill up some meth with that? That's great. I think I'll take that off now. Anyway, I don't know what this is. It says Carnage on it. Oh, it's a molded mug. Boom. So let's see. Where is the knife? I'll just use, you know, go old school like a little kid. Huh. All right. Well, that's kind of a creepy mug, not gonna lie. But it's pretty damn cool too, you know. So who's gonna mess with someone drinking out of a mug like this? I'm not. Anyway, and the last thing is a little Captain America FX collectible. Opening that up right now. And oh yeah, that's from all right, yeah, that's a pin from that evil group or whatever from the movie. So kind of cool, I guess. I don't know. I wouldn't wear it. It's creepy. Octopus. Anyway, all right. Well, interesting. It's an interesting crate. It's definitely collectibles. I don't know. For $20, I don't think it's a bad deal. I've spent $20-$25 on a mug before. I'm sure a lot of other people have, and it's just a different mixture of stuff. So I don't know. Overall, I guess Loot Crate, it's not a bad idea. It's not a, you know, obviously I got the Joker, so I personally like the Joker myself. I think he's kind of evil and twisted, not like some of the guys I know. Anyway, so that's it. That's basically gonna be how my segments go. I'm gonna talk about sports. I'll get more in depth with sports in the future. Again, based on your feedback. I really need the subscribers' feedback. I want to help out as much as possible, and you know, whatever you want me to review. If you want, you know, if you have questions about something you don't know about a purchase, let me know. I'll research it and I'll let you know through these. I want to do a shout out real quick. I have a group in Top's Kick called the Top Bananas. And I got to be honest with you, they are a bunch of dick bags. And when I mean dick bags, I mean these guys, you don't want to take them home to mom. They're scary. They're scary to meet in an alley. They're creepy. They're kind of creepy, but I love them. I'm one of them. And these guys, they've really kind of helped me, motivated me to do this. I mentioned doing this, and they said, yeah, go for it. You know, YouTube kind of got a bad rap with us because we felt like the influx of YouTubers kind of ruined Kick temporarily. Hopefully Top's Kick app gets a lot better because we're all kind of frustrated with that. That's another day. But anyway, I got to give a genuine shout out to those guys. Love you guys. Too many of you dick bags to mention, but in the future, I'm sure we'll hit you up. So my daughter, awesome. Look at that. She wrote it backwards. Email me. Please email me. This is how I can get correspondence on what you guys want to see. TBone Capone's primecuts@gmail.com. And you can always add me on Twitter. Tweet me at TBone Capone. One last thing, how I'll wrap it up normally is questions from you. I don't really have any questions this week, obviously, since I'm just starting out. But Seth, one of my friends, he sent me a question. It was really nice of him. He said something about how thick do you have to be a Man U fan? And it's a legitimate question. I will say this, Seth. You don't necessarily have to be skinny to be a Man U fan. You just have to be loyal and honest and understand the sport. But if you were to look at most NFL fans, slightly bigger. Anyway, I'll leave that, and I don't say goodbyes. All I'm going to do is let you know, T-Bone out.